This time to tear down the M for Pro Mac Mini. Prepare your workspace with the necessary tools. If you are using standard Torx bits, take care not to strip them. The bottom rubber mat is 9 centimeters in diameter. First, press the suction cup to secure it to the center of the bottom cover. Lift the clips in order. Use hair dryer to heat the power button to prevent damage the foam when tear down. Then, lift up to insert the flat side of a black stick into the gap. Gently lift the bottom cover to release the last clip near the power button. Don't damage the cable while lifting the bottom cover off the housing. Lift the flex cable off the connector to remove the bottom cover. Measure the battery voltage by using a voltmeter set for DC. Use the adjustable torque driver and 3 IP bit to remove 2 battery cover screws. Lift the battery cover with the BR1632 battery off the antenna plate. Insert the battery into the battery cover, with the positive side of the battery facing the cover. Place the battery cover into the antenna plate, with the positive side up and screw mounts aligned. Set the adjustable torque driver to 10 Newton-centimeter, and reinstall the 2 3 IP cover screws. Use the adjustable torque driver and 5 IP bit to remove 8 screws. Gently lift the antenna plate and move it toward the front of the housing. Then, rotate the antenna plate and lay it flat on the housing. Don't damage the flex cable. Remove the 4-5 IP cowling screws and then the cowling. Keep these screws separate from the outer screws because they are different. Use the flat end of the black stick to lift the wide flex cable. Use the adjustable torque driver and 3 IP bit to remove 2 screws. Use the adjustable torque driver and 5 IP bit to remove 2 screws. Gently lift the fan out of the housing and move it to the left to expose the fan connector. Use tweezers to peel back the tape on the end of the fan flex cable. Flip the locking lever up with the black stick. Then, use tweezers to slide the end of the fan flex cable out of the connector. Finally, remove the fan. Keep these top screws separate from left screws because they are different. Use the adjustable torque driver and 5 IP bit to remove 3 screws. Without touching the speaker cone, gently push the speaker toward the back of the housing and lift it out of the housing. Lift the end of the speaker cable off the connector on the logic board. Remove the speaker. Use the orange torque driver and 3 IP bit to remove 3 cowling screws. Use the adjustable torque driver and 8 IP bit to remove the standoff screw. Then remove the cowling. Use the black stick to lift the end of the 2 flex cables off the connector. Then, remove the flex cable from the logic board. Stand the computer on its front, with the back ports facing up. Use the orange torque driver and 3 IP bit to remove 4 screws. You will have to angle the torque driver to reach the screws. Take care not to strip them. Keep these screws separate from the cowling screws because they are different. Lay the computer on surface with the back ports facing you. Lift the front USB-C ports out of the housing. The repair process is the same for the M4 and M4 Pro. First, remove the 8IP standoff screw. Pinch the 2 longer edges of the module to slide it out its connector on the logic board. Use the orange torque driver to remove the 2 3IP cowling screws. Then, remove the cowling. Use the adjustable torque driver and 8IP bit to remove the standoff screw. Turn the computer front side down. Use the orange torque driver and 3 IP bit to remove 2 screws from the audio board. Keep the wall screws separate from the cowling screws because they are different. You will have to angle the torque driver to reach the screws. Take care to not strip them. Use hair dryer to heat the audio board and status indicator light. Gently peel the status indicator light from its white mount. Use the black stick to lift the flex cable off the connector on the logic board. Gently peel the audio board and status indicator light off the housing. Remove the 3 8IP screws. Keep the front screw separate from the back screws. They are different. Remove the 2 5IP screws. Hold the heat sink and gently slide the logic board toward the front of the housing until the I/O board clear the edge of the housing. Lift and rotate the logic board to access the power supply connector. Gently detach the flex cable. You can see that the air passes over the power supply, so it needs to be dusted as well. Use the adjustable torque driver and T25 bit to remove 4 screws from the power supply. Turn the computer backside down. Use the adjustable torque driver and 6 IP bit to remove 2 screws from the AC inlet. Keep these 2 screws separate because they are different. Turn the computer topside down. Use the AC inlet to carefully lift the power supply out of the housing. Lower the power supply into the housing. Aligning the AC inlet to its screw mounts. Align the power supply to its screw mounts. Set the adjustable torque driver to 1.2 Nm. Reinstall the 4T25 screws. Turn the computer backside down. Align the AC inlet to its cutout. Set the adjustable torque driver to 0.3 Nm and loosely attach the AC inlet in its cutout with the 6 IP top and bottom screws. Remember that they are different. Lay the computer on surface. Ensure alignment of the AC inlet with a power cord not attached to any power source. After confirming alignment, tighten the screws. Slide the end of the power supply cable into the connector on the logic board. Do not force the connector, it only fits in one way. Holding the heat sink, tilt the front of the logic board into the housing, and then gently snap the back I/O ports into place. Make sure the busbar alignment pins are inserted in the openings in the logic board. Set the adjustable torque driver to 0.65 Nm. Reinstall the 3/8 IP screws. Set the adjustable torque driver to 13 Nm and reinstall the 2 5 IP screws into the busbar. Gently press the audio board flex cable to the connector on the logic board. Set the computer front side down and lightly snap the audio board into place, aligned to its 2 screw mounts. Use the orange torque driver and 3 IP bit to loosely attach the audio board to the housing with the 2 wall screws. You will have to angle the torque driver to reach the screws. Take care to not strip them. Turn the computer top side down. Ensure alignment with an audio cable. After confirming alignment, tighten the screws. Align the 2 holes in the status indicator light with the 2 pins in the housing. Use the black stick to press and hold the status indicator light in place for 15 seconds to activate the adhesive. Slide the black stick along the flex for 15 seconds, applying pressure to activate the adhesive. Turn the computer top side down. Place the cowling over the connector and align it to the 2 3 IP screw mounts. Use the orange torque driver and 3 IP bit to reinstall 2 screws into the audio board connector cowling. Set the adjustable torque driver to 0.65 Newton-meter and reinstall the 8 IP standoff screw. First, ensure the contacts are free of dust and debris. Lower the SSD module into the housing at the angle. Slowly slide it into the connector. Set the adjustable torque driver to 0.65 Newton-meter and reinstall the 8 IP standoff screw. Lower the front USB-C ports into the housing and align them with the openings in the housing. Press the ends of the front USB-C port's flex cable to the connector on the logic board. Turn the computer front side down. Use the orange torque driver to loosely attack the USB-C ports to the housing with the 4 3 IP wall screws. You will have to angle the torque driver to reach the screws. Take care not to strip them. Alignment with a USB-C cable and not connected to any other device. After confirming alignment, tighten the screws. Press the antenna connector board flex cable to the connector on the logic board. Place the cowling over the flex connectors and align it to the 3 IP screw mounts. Use the orange torque driver and 3 IP bit to reinstall the cowling to the logic board with 3 cowling screws. Set the adjustable torque driver to 0.3 Newton meter and reinstall the 8 IP standoff screw. Gently press the speaker cable to the connector on the logic board. Without touching the speaker cone, gently lower the speaker into the housing and rotate it into position. And then align the speaker to its screw mounts. Set the adjustable torque driver to 14.5 Newton centimeter and reinstall the 3/5 IP wall screws. The front wall screw is different from the 2 side wall screws. Ensure that the antenna connector board flex cable doesn't get caught under the fan during reassembly. Ensure the locking lever is flipped up. Use tweezers to slide the end of the fan flex cable into the connector. Flip the locking lever down with a black stick and press the tab over it. Set the fan in place, aligned to its screw mounts on the logic board and heatsink. Ensure that the flex cable remains slack. Set the adjustable torque driver to 19 Newton centimeter and reinstall the 2 5 IP screws that attach the fan to the logic board. Then set the adjustable torque driver to 13 Newton centimeter and reinstall the 2 3 IP screws that attach the fan to the heat sink. Press the flex cable to the connector on the antenna connector board. Align the cowling to the 4 screw mounts, so thigh pads cover the antenna and connectors. Set the adjustable torque driver to 11.5 Newton centimeter and attach the cowling to the antenna plate with the 4 5 IP cowling screws. Gently rotate the antenna plate away from you, then position it on the housing and aligns to its screw mounts. Set the adjustable torque driver to 32.5 Newton centimeter and reinstall the 8 5 IP outer screws. Attach the power button flex cable to the connector on the bottom cover. Lower the bottom cover onto the housing. Press the bottom cover down until you feel the 4 clips snap into place.